Hi, I'm Anthonieta.
I'm Richard.
And I'm John.
And this story
could save
your life. Today, we bring you the case of a woman, her jealous boyfriend, and a police chase across at least 3 countries. It's July and Kelechi Williams is on the run. He has been driving for days now. He left Nigeria on the 19th of July, passed through Ghana, and has just arrived at the border to cross into Côte d'Ivoire. He's heading to Abidjan when his tire suddenly goes flat. Kelechi repairs the car tire and continues on his journey. Back in Lagos, Assistant Commissioner of Police Okoro has been tracking Kelechi's movements. He had received a report that Kelechi Williams, who is suspected of killing Lizzie Njide Kanweze, was on the run. ACP Okoro tracks Kelechi to Ghana and is certain that he is about to cross over into Côte d'Ivoire. He has to get Kelechi before he crosses into Côte d'Ivoire.
Kelechi Williams is a 33-year-old trader from Aguma village in Anambra State. Sometime around 2011 or 2012, he met Lizzie at Hotel Duor in Ghana. Lizzie was 39 years old. From the pictures of her circulating online, Lizzie was fair in complexion and average in height. She looked like she was a free-spirited woman. Lizzie was a businesswoman who traded in women's clothing, including shoes and bags. She was also the chief executive officer of Edmark International, a multi-level marketing company based in Lagos. Lizzie was at Hotel Duor in Ghana when Kelechi overheard her speaking Igbo, one of the main languages in Nigeria. They exchanged pleasantries and then parted ways. Then the next time he sees Lizzie is back in Nigeria in Anambra State. Kelechi was on his way to get food when he recognized Lizzie waiting for an Okada, which is a commercial motorbike.
What are the odds?
I know. He went over to her. They exchanged pleasantries and numbers, and then they met up later that evening. After a few more dates, they started a serious relationship. And at the time, Lizzie told him about how she was married with 4 children, but was either divorced or in the process of getting a divorce. We are not so sure which one, but apparently her husband got their maid pregnant.
What? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, Kelechi lived in Ghana and she lived in Lagos, but they started dating anyway, and apparently things were going good. So good that Kelechi even proposed to Lizzie, but she turned down his offer. But even after that, their relationship continued to progress and they started to stay in each other's houses. He eventually met her children during one of those visits when he came down to Nigeria. Based on various reports, they even started to do businesses together. When Lizzie expanded her business, she employed Kelechi to manage the branches of her company.
Oh, and they seemed like they were in love and trying to figure it all out. With the 2 homes, one in Lagos and the other one in Ghana. And she has her kids. That's a lot to juggle.
Right, and things were going on well until the evening of July 19th.
Kelechi goes to visit Lizzie in Lagos on July 16, 2014. That Friday the 18th, she goes out and told Kelechi that he should stay back at home and rest because he was tired. She's supposed to be back home by 6 p.m. But when it's 8 p.m. and she still hadn't returned, he starts to call her on the phone, but she does not pick the call. She eventually comes back by midnight, and when Kelechi asks why she did not pick his calls, she said the phone was on silence mode. He brings out his phone and dials her number, only for it to ring.
Ooh, she's lying.
At this point, Kelechi notices she's drunk. He gets angry and asks if this is the way she would pay him back for leaving everything in Ghana to come and spend time with her. Then her phone rings, and he picks up the call. A male voice on the line asks, "Baby, are you home?"
Oh snap, that's not good.
Right. Obviously, they start to argue. At some point, he takes Lizzie's phone and smashes it on the ground. Before he knows it, she throws his things outside, saying he should leave her house. Things escalate, and the couple start to physically fight.
What?
Lizzie slaps him and grabs his penis and starts stretching it.
Oh my God.
Kelechi grabs onto the wrapper that was around her neck and uses it to strangle her. Lizzie falls down and becomes motionless.
What? Whoa.
So Kelechi panics. He takes her 3 phones, ATM card, and withdraws 100,000 naira. Then he takes her car and starts making his way over to Ghana.
The morning of Saturday, the 19th of July, 2014, Chinenye is knocking on her mother's room door, but there is no response. Her mother is usually up by this time of the day, which was why she kept knocking. She decides to forget proper manners and tries to open the door, but it is locked. She walks outside and tells the gateman, John Tungwim, that her mother is not answering her door. The gateman found this odd because he knows that Lizzie had not left the house. But a few hours ago, Kelechi had come out of the house to tell John that he and Lizzie were going out, but that Lizzie wanted them to withdraw 100,000 naira from her account. Lizzie entrusted John with her PIN, so he went along with Kelechi to withdraw the 100,000 naira.
Wait, the gateman had her ATM pin, but Kelechi didn't?
Right. Clearly, she didn't trust him with her PIN. When they get back to the house, Kelechi tells John that Lizzie decided to stay home after all, but that he was still going out. At this time, John didn't really think about it. But now that Lizzie was not answering her door, John grew worried. So he gets a ladder and climbs to the bedroom window. Through the window, he sees Lizzie on the floor, lying on her back with her hands spread out. She looked lifeless. Now, as soon as John discovers the body, he calls Lizzie's brother. Lizzie's brother immediately reports to Area E police station in Festac, Lagos. After receiving the case, the police swung into action.
Kelechi is on the run. He has crossed into Ghana and is making his way to Côte d'Ivoire border. The police in Lagos have discovered Lizzie's body and they are looking for Kelechi. They have tracked him to Ghana.
Hold up. How did they track him?
Remember I mentioned that he took Lizzie's car, the Jeep?
Yes.
Well, Lizzie had a tracker installed on her car. And when ACP Okoro discovers this, he's able to track the car's movements. That's how he knew that Kelechi was on the move. He didn't spend more than 20 minutes in any one place since he left Lagos. As ACP Okoro was monitoring Kelechi's movements, he contacts one of his friends, who is a Ghanaian police officer serving at the intelligence unit. After they discussed what's happening, a case file was opened in Ghana by a family friend of Lizzie's. Apparently, the police in Ghana needed someone to file a report first before they could act on the case. A report was also filed with the International Police Office, Interpol. With Interpol now involved, ACP Okoro shared the coordinates of the car and Interpol swung into action. At this point, Kelechi has no idea that he was being monitored. After he repaired his flat tire, he was confident that he was going to make it past the border and into Côte d'Ivoire.
Wait, they didn't stop him at the border?
No, he keeps going. But 62 kilometers into his journey through Côte d'Ivoire, the Côte d'Ivoire police stopped him at Abioso Junction and handed him over to Ghanaian Interpol. From there, the Nigerian police picked him up from Ghana and returned him to face trial in Nigeria.
Wow. How far was he from Abidjan?
He still had about 115 kilometers to get to Abidjan, so about a 2-hour drive. Who knows what would have happened if he had gotten into Abidjan? I'm sure he would have sold the car and there would be no way to track him.
That's so true.
After the police get him to Nigeria, they had to build their case. They worked with the Ghanaian courts to get a warrant to search Kelechi's house in Ghana. That's where they recovered some of Lizzie's personal items. So this may not be Kelechi's first time in trouble with the law. Vanguard reports that according to the police investigation, Kelechi has a long history of committing crimes. Apparently, he used to live in South Africa where he was accused of killing somebody, and that's why he fled to Ghana. In 2005, he traveled to South Africa but was deported to Nigeria after 2 months. After he was deported, he then traveled to Abidjan where he sold second-hand clothes. Because of the civil war in Cote d'Ivoire, he relocated to Ghana where he started unloading goods alongside selling second-hand clothes. Kelechi does confess to killing Lizzie, but he says he never wanted to kill her, that it was a mistake. He was arraigned in court in 2016.
Wait, that's 2 years. Why did it take 2 years?
Well, I'm not sure, and we haven't found any updates online about this case. So we are not so sure what happened, but I think the police would not have found him if it wasn't for the tracker in Lizzie's car.
Yes. Do you think she suspected?
No. Most people have some kind of tracker in their car, especially if the car is nice, in order to prevent theft. And it was a Range Rover, which at that time was an expensive car. But it's a good thing that she had the device installed.
And another thing, the fact that the police officers between Nigeria, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire were able to work so quickly together was really key to this case. They shared information about the car and who they were looking for.
Yeah. With the other cases we looked at, the perpetrators changed the vehicle color and even the license plate. Did Kelechi do that?
There is no evidence that he changed the car color or plates. So that probably also helped them to track him down faster.
Something else, he probably didn't know that she had a tracker in the car.
And the only reason why he probably started to run from Ghana is because her family sent him messages to tell him that they knew that he was in Ghana. But if he had known about the tracker, he probably would have dumped the car earlier on.
So, get a tracker. Don't tell anyone you have a tracker. And well done, Nigeria, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire police.
And also Interpol.
Join us next week for another True Crime Naija story. This time, it's the story of a woman who shows up to surprise her boyfriend and ends up buried under his bed. True Crime Naija is a Triple E Media production. Copyright 2021 Triple E Media Productions. If you enjoyed this episode of True Crime Naija and want to hear more, subscribe to our 234 Audio YouTube channel. Visit our website at 234audio.com and download our 234 Audio app. Episodes of this podcast and our other podcasts can also be found on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe and leave us a review. This episode was produced by Anthonieta Kalunta, John Iwodi, Richard Anyebe, Nico Rivas, Dominic Tabakaji, and Sam Tabakaji. Executive producer Rahmat Muhammad. Special thanks to Rabia Hadejia, Aredi Isha, and Mala Iwa Gbado Ikaleku. Stay alert, stay alive. See you next week.